Hello. I've had a few cases recently in the subdivision of people being asked to download some program, calling a customer support number, and installing programs and debugging and stuff. And you have to be very careful with these. Most likely, it's a scam. They try to make you download a program that will give them access to your machine anytime they want, which is not a good idea, obviously. So before you call some kind of support number and talk to somebody who may have an Indian accent, uh, this is not a racist remark, but they have entire uh, centers in India to hack people's computers in the States, okay? So that should be your first clue, but it's not a guarantee, right? Um, so anytime you have a customer support call, probably don't call it. So in doubt, just call me first, see if I can solve your problem. And if truly there's a need for a remote access, then maybe you can allow that. But usually, you don't want to leave people accessing your PC without you knowing it and do whatever they want in there. So first reflex, if you have a problem and they want to have access to your machine, very 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 suspicious. Okay, especially now you have Google. There's a lot of stuff you can do yourself. If you don't know how to do it, call me. But before you start downloading stuff, just reflex should be no, let's verify first. So some of you have actually called me saying, hey, they want me to download, and I said no, don't do it, and then just hang up and don't do anything and let me look at your computer first. Okay. So that's it. So be careful. Especially, it could be very insidious if they install something and you forget about it or you forgot what you installed. Even if your machine seems to be sleeping or something, people can still access it and access your stuff. So if you have, for example, clicked remember me and remember your password on your banking website, well, guess what? They can log in. So that links into my previous video where I show you how to use private browsing, which basically doesn't leave any trace, any cookies on your browser. But in a general matter, you should never click remember me or remember my password on a website, because again, if you have somehow somebody accessing your account, your computer account on your machine, then guess what? They have access to those cookies, and it's called cookie hacking, and they can log into your stuff. Which is another reason why you should enable two-factor authentication. In other words, link your bank account to your phone, and then they need two pieces of information to log in. Okay. Yeah. So that's it for now. So before you click any download or anything like this, for example, download screensavers, program for managing images and stuff like that, don't do it. Most likely it's a bait to make you download stuff you really don't want on your machine, especially if it's not going through the Microsoft Store or the App Store. Probably a very bad idea. Okay, so in doubt, just ping me and I can take a look before you do anything drastic. Okay, it's almost 2025, so Happy New Year, and I'll see you next year.